Hey guys, welcome to this week's podcast, which is today's topic is about the supernatural and whether or not you believe in them. And today we only have 6 members.
I would like to introduce myself. My name is Razzie. I think we'll pass it on to our next member.
Hi, I'm Expired Honey, and I don't really have much. I love comedy.
Hello, guys. I am Yanni. Keeping it short and sweet, passing it on to the next one.
I'm Burnt McNugget, and here we like butterflies, cupcakes, and all we think of is happiness.
I'm Kit Kat, and I'm the president of this podcast.
Now we will be heading into our topic, and our topic question is: do you believe in the supernatural, and why? Yes, I understand. It sounds like a school question, but we'll still try to answer it, in our ways.
I had a lot of experiences, so
I believe in the supernatural. I watch a lot of scary things and experienced it. One time I was walking into my sister's room, and I saw a shadow behind me.
Very spooky.
So, actually, a personal experience that has happened to my brother, who was, I think, 9 or 8 at the time. He claims that. So he wakes up, he looks at the door, and he sees this almost man-like figure in the doorway. And I mean, our house is pretty secure, right? And I'm just imagining, how can my brother see that? I'm like, hello, this is not supposed to happen in the residential area.
I kind of don't have that type of story. On my stance on the topic is that I believe they do believe, but not believe.
they do exist.
They do exist, and sadly, I do not have any sort of story to help me back that up. Sorry, I don't have a very spooky life.
Does La Llorona count?
I think it should.
Yeah,
because it is a spirit.
I think it's more like an urban legend type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, urban legend.
Okay, so it wasn't really like an experience. It was more like a dream, but it actually felt like it was real. So I never ever sleep in my sister's room because I always have nightmares. I don't know why. So I had this dream. I was sleeping in her room, and I woke up in the middle of the night, and all of a sudden there was a priest. There was what's it called? Pentagram. There was with red stuff on the mirror. My sister, she's had an exorcism performed on her, and after that I never sleep in her room because I always have nightmares. I don't know if that's I don't know how that works, but I always have nightmares and I can't sleep in that room.
Oh my god, that's not a ghost no more. That's a demon. There's a whole demon there.
Okay, so I have 2 experiences. So the first one happened around 9 months ago. Unfortunately, I've been getting a lot of sleep paralysis. And in case you don't know what sleep paralysis is, when you kind of wake up, but you cannot actually move. So I was so close to going to sleep, and out of nowhere, I couldn't move. And everything just became like a purple shade. And then the next thing I know, my closet started opening. That was fun. So I tried to close my eyes. And it was hard, because I was scared that if I opened my eyes, something was gonna be there. So then I decided to keep it open. And then a shadow walked out, and it had a bright orange color eyes. That was everything. That was the only color that it was on that shadow. It came walking towards me, and I could hear its breathing right on my left ear. And then, no, I couldn't do it. My second experience was 2 days ago. I stayed up till 3 a.m. Horrible time to be up. I was in the kitchen, and out of nowhere, I hear noises. So now I was I'm not up with this. I am about to die because I haven't gone to sleep. And now this is happening to me. So I just let it happen.
I have a lot of experiences. One is when my niece, I have 2 nieces, and one of them claimed had seen her sister standing near the door, and then when we asked her, she said she was upstairs the whole time. And then my father, he saw the same little girl, and he saw a little girl in the hallway. It was creepy. And then I actually had sleep paralysis, which is the craziest thing. I never had it, and that was my first time. No, and it was a red flag, but it's creepy.
What you really know of a ghost or a supernatural thing is really evil. For all you know, it could have been an angel. It could have been out there.
You telling me some angels have orange, reddish glowing eyes, and they come out of your closet?
You never know. You never know. It could.
I think my story may not be as scary as my partner's. because I live a boring life. And so obviously you probably don't know this about me because you guys just met me, but my family is religious, and so we tend to see that every so often. One time while we're at church, we're obviously having a great time doing whatever we do at a church. Some lady started screaming. As soon as I saw the lady screaming, everybody was telling me, hurry up and get out, hurry up and get out. Because, like they said, it was very dangerous for a kid to be there since I didn't know what's going on. I just hear people screaming, somebody throwing up, apparently. But as soon as that happened, they took me out of the room. And, I just heard like a bunch of screaming. Obviously as a little kid, you hear screaming. It's kind of scary because you don't know what's going on. Nothing ever connects to you. You're just there. As soon as I came back, we see the lady on the floor, obviously crying, not knowing what was going on. That little experience there very changed my life.
Dude, are you okay? Cause I feel like if you're traumatized or something.
I guess you could say it was traumatizing because obviously like I said before. Lady screaming, somebody throwing up, people screaming, like I said again. Yeah, very traumatizing.
Well, darn.
Must suck for a kid.
Just imagine walking into your household and just hearing someone screaming, and you're like, oh, I just
Cry and run away.
I'll probably just sit there.
just sit down in the living room and just watch your Cartoon Network and be like, yeah, I hear screaming in the background.
Oh god.
Okay, so when I was little, I was able to see this dog that wasn't really even a dog because apparently my cousin never owned a dog. But I always saw the dog in the backyard when I went and I was there alone. But this was when I was 4 years old. And at that time I was only able to see it certain times when no one was really back in the backyard, and it was scary now that I think about it. Oh, another thing. At night, jeez. Yeah, okay, so at night,
Spooky.
there's always knocking on my door. And I know because we have a spirit in our house. Because the people that used to live there, because the people that used to live there play supposedly with the Ouija board, and so they had a medium come to the house, and they said that there was a young lady there. So we can't do anything about it because we can't move right now because I don't know.
Kids don't play the
supposedly it's not gonna harm people unless you disrespect them, which is why I believe in the supernatural. Yeah, that's my experience.
Pro tip that everyone should know is that don't play with the Ouija board.
Never play.
Yes.
Ouija boards are the best way to call upon some demons. So I think a pro tip: just don't use a Ouija board, kids. Stay out of that situation. You don't need to deal with that.
All of this sounds like a 2013 creepypasta phase.
Oh my god, that's so creepy because as soon as we were talking about some stuff, her phone rang and it's just creepy.
Expired honey.
Expired honey?
Come in
She
here.
just ran out with the phone.
I know,
Okay,
that's creepy. Okay. Technical
Nah, bro,
difficulties
I remember
here.
this one time. So look, I was staying over in Mexico, and
Oh,
this
Mexico.
little area called Salvatierra in Guanajuato, and so then I was staying over at my grandparents' house. It was getting dark out, and I was still out there because my friends were still out there, and the Virgen was well lit up, and so then all of a sudden the lights go out.
Oh.
The we don't have enough lamps. It's completely dark. So just imagine a cave with no lighting. You're just there. You're walking around. You can hit a wall. That's what it basically looked like in my little pueblo town. And then all of a sudden we start to hear banging on the metal doors that they have.
Oh.
And
That's
and then all the kids ran, and then and they were my friends though, but and then they told me, bro, I'm gonna translate this, bro, you shouldn't be out here when it gets lights out, cause something horrible it gets lights out. I'm like, I never heard of this before. My grandparents never told me. And so then I start running home with the flashlight on my phone. And then once I get inside the house, my grandma's worried sick. She's shaking. And so I get in my room, I sleep for the rest of the day, and then when I wake up the next morning, my grandma's all like, "Are you okay?" And then she started checking me for bruises. I'm like, what's wrong? And she's like, oh, it's when the lights go out in our little town, the demon comes out to play. And I'm dead serious, bro.
That's
It's
so
like-
creepy. That's
Isn't it like that thing?
It's like our little town, bro. And so I'm like, whoa.
that just gave me chills.
Yeah, like
I
they
don't
say
like
like you're not supposed to stay out because like if you have like any markings left on your body, it's like basically the demon marking your body as his property, and he could.
Yep.
I think what he's just trying to say here, like the moral of the story, is just
Don't
one,
go out.
Don't go out. Don't go out when the lights go out.
don't-
Just don't go
Get
out.
home as fast as you can, because then the cuckoo is gonna get you.
I mean, the cuckoo is there, but you know, we also have another like legends, like myths, also called like and stuff like that. But what he's trying to say here is that
Stay inside. Listen to your parents.
Eat some
Listen
soup.
The
Yeah.
cuckoo is always there.
and
Pop pudding.
sleep.
and I think what you should get out of this podcast today is that don't play with Ouija boards.
Don't play with the supernatural kids.
It's
Don't mess with
dangerous.
it.
Overall, just don't make pentagrams in the woods.
Yeah.
The moral of the story: just don't do anything that your parents wouldn't do. Wait, no.
That
Wait.
Don't do your parents. No,
Wait.
no, wait. Don't do. Look, okay, it was a misunderstanding. Don't do something your parents
Wouldn't like you to do.
There.
Don't
you
do
go.
something your grandma wouldn't do.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
what I think.
Look, okay, I
To
tend to.
grandma.
That's grandma advice right there, guys.
Yep.
I don't listen.
There's our grandma.
I'm younger than all of y'all.
That's why
Wait,
you're
really?
expired. Okay. Anyways, I think we should have. I'm hungry.
Hi, hungry.
I'm dead.
I'm expired, so I can actually kill you. Oh, that was such a bad joke, sorry, guys.
Yeah. We're signing
So
out.
we,
Okay, we're gonna pass it on to the one.
we're gonna
that
have it
jokes.
to Brent Nugget.
Googling that joke.
Go getting that joke. Be like,
Does anybody need to build an ark? Because I know a guy.
Okay.
okay, well,
This is.
That was too cringy.
Uh,
man. It was
let's get
This
good.
is Razzie signing off.
Brent
on a-
McNugget signing off, y'all.